So the thing about this class that students like so much is the interactive, real-world element to it. Professor Shapiro has seen it all in the field of law. He comes to class with real-world examples. We don't just go through law, memorize, and move on. He actually tells us how he used it in his career, how he implemented everything that we're learning in the class, and shows the real comprehensive view of being a lawyer.
I think the reason students connect really well with the law of risk is that it's a class that's designed to give them real-world experience. In other words, this is not a class that just teaches them legal principles, although it does do that. It also requires them to evaluate a case, understand whether or not a particular risk presents a real exposure to a firm, how to value that risk, and then to make decisions in a very difficult context as to, do you settle a case? Do you take it to trial? If you're going to settle it, how much do you pay? It's a very practical case. And the reality is it turned my law practice into a class. And I think students recognize the real world implications of the class and connect to it. And they feel like they're really getting an exposure to something that business people have to do all the time.
So Professor Shapiro has a way of getting every student involved. There's no real student in that class that doesn't say anything each class, because he'll pick you out if you try not to. But I mean, I feel like you want to engage in this class because it's so fun. We have a group project going on where you're really, you're not just seeing the content, you're putting that content into use in a real world scenario.
So I think students can benefit from it from all kinds of disciplines. It teaches a really kind of careful critical thinking and to try to come up with pros, cons, and then determining what the best of imperfect options might be.